Good evening to you. Glad you're here with us on LEX 18 News at 11. I'm Larry Smith. Today, snow flurries flew around the bluegrass as Kentucky tried for a winter feeling. But right now, icy roads are causing major issues, especially on bridges along I-75. Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck kicks off tonight with what we're seeing right now. Bill.
Thanks, Larry. And after we sent that information over to the Weather Service in Louisville, they came out with a winter weather advisory, or a traveler's advisory, and that does cover central Kentucky, including Lexington, down I-75 past Richmond, all the way then back toward Louisville. So again, what we've been seeing are bridges, especially being the places where icing can occur. We're going to get to that why in just a second. We still have stuff falling out of the sky, but it's a mixture of stuff. It's some snow. Most of it has been snow, but there are also patches of some freezing rain, some freezing drizzle, a little sleet that has been mixing in as well. Now, air temperatures have dropped below freezing. That's critical because now we again can see the icing develop. But the road temperatures, those are actually still in the 40-degree range. So what's going on is that you are seeing the air temperature continuing to drop, and it has been. Bridges are exposed to cold air both above and below, so that surface can freeze while road temperatures can remain well above freezing. So you could be driving along here just fine. You get to a bridge on the interstate or anywhere, and there could be a layer of ice on it. So the bottom line, tonight into early tomorrow, use extra care while driving. Take your time, especially as you're approaching those bridges. We'll talk more about your weekend in just a minute.
That's good advice, Bill. Thanks. Well, 6 confirmed tornadoes slammed Kentucky after yesterday's storms raced across the Commonwealth. 5 of those were here in our area. Today, the National Weather Service visiting Richmond before confirming an EF1 blew through that area. Investigators say they look at the radar signature and the damage on the ground to make the determination. But families in the Braemar and Tazewell Drive neighborhood are just thankful everyone's okay.
We could hear the wind howling and getting, a lot stronger. And then as we're looking out the windows out there, we seen trees fall, in the backyard, and we heard all kinds of, sounds, and we could see debris flying off our house and stuff. So it was pretty intense. We literally moved here right before Christmas, right before the polar plunge, and then, welcome to the neighborhood tornado.
Well, the good news is most homeowners' insurance policies cover tornado damage. Boyle County also had an EF1 tornado hit the area, but thankfully the emergency management director there says there was minimal impact overall from the storms. Officials say the tornado's path was about 200 yards wide as it moved from Waterworks Road to the lake. The biggest damage, though, some trees coming down. But that doesn't mean you should take these warnings lightly. In neighboring Garrett County, emergency manager Wanda Shelton says it's a reminder to always be prepared.
One day it's tornadoes and earthquakes, and the next day it's sleet and snow. But if they would just get prepared now in case something like that did happen, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Anything like that. If they don't have anywhere, they can always call, and we can try to get them somewhere safe.
Information is key in situations like this, which is why Shelton says they're working on installing more siren systems and upgrading their emergency alerts. Animals in Frankfort will soon have a new home as the Franklin County Humane Society nears completion of its new shelter. As construction costs have risen, though, they could use some help paying for the new place. Well, they've come up with a fundraiser that will definitely appeal to bourbon fans. LEX 18's Sean Moody tells us what you could win while helping the animals.
Inside the Franklin County Humane Society shelter, the anticipation is building.
It's 50 years old, and it's really time to get a new place.
Bill Clear has been volunteering here for nearly a decade. His wife's the manager. This building has housed a lot of animals over the years, but it's got some drawbacks.
If you just walk 100 yards past the back of this building, well, you won't be able to walk that far because you'll be in the river. Okay, that's how close we are. If we didn't have those pumps, the water would actually just run into the building in the kennels.
Construction on a new building is nearly complete.
The new building is going to have surfaces that are easy to clean. It has air filtration and air separation features that help prevent disease. It has a wonderful clinic in the center that's going to be the heart of the new facility, so that we can take care of all the animals so much better.
But there is a challenge. Construction costs, Clear says, have kept rising throughout the project. They've raised nearly $1.7 million of their $2 million goal, so they're hoping a raffle featuring some pretty rare bourbons can push them past the finish line. They're selling 4,000 tickets for $100 each. Winners take home prizes like the Van Winkle, Weller, or Buffalo Trace antique collections.
Last year we did a real good job. We raised almost $300,000. And so we would like to do the same or better this year.
That would put them just about at their fundraising goal, just as they start getting ready to move on in.
You won't even be able to understand how we ever did anything in this place, in the old place. It's going to be a night and day difference.
Sean Moody, LEX 18 News.
To enter the raffle, you can visit frankfurtbourbonraffle.com. They hope to move into the new shelter in April. Well, here in Lexington, half a dozen dogs are now in the care of the Lexington Humane Society after being saved from a horror house in Tennessee. Nearly 80 Chihuahuas were living in this rotting home until animal rescue teams could save them in December. They were living in couches and under the floor, just looking for a safe space. Animal Rescue Corps saying the owners let the animals in the home and only stopped by to feed them every so often. Police, firefighters, and rescuers needed respirators while saving the animals due to the ammonia levels in the building. Many dogs were malnourished or even bleeding from fighting over food. Officials say that all of them needed medical care.
It's heartbreaking. This is an emotional job, but we cannot dwell on that. We cannot focus on that. We have to focus on the positive and helping them out.
Lexington Humane Society was able to take on 7 other Chihuahuas and help get them adopted. And in fact, at least one family saw our earlier reporting and adopted Cooper. If you would like to provide a forever home for these animals, you can contact the Lexington Humane Society. Violence across Kentucky continues in the new year. Louisville already facing 10 homicides, and we're only 13 days into 2023. And while some say there are things that could be improved to help solve these cases, the interim police chief says there's a tool not being utilized to its fullest extent. David Mattingly reports.
All the tips, all the information that we receive, we want it. We want it. So I'm encouraging the public to please call if you know anything that is going on in this city.
Less than 2 weeks into the job, LMPD Interim Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villarroel is working to rebuild bridges between the department and the communities it serves. Years of failed policy, scandal, and social unrest have taken their toll. 10 homicides in the first 10 days of the year have not made it any easier.
To those who have been a victim of this violent crime, we hear you, and we're going to do everything that we possibly can to bring some resolution to this situation, give you some peace.
But 3 years of triple-digit homicides have resulted in less than half of the criminal cases solved. Soliciting even anonymous tips remains difficult. In 2021, 16-year-old Tiffany Floyd was gunned down by 5 masked men in broad daylight. Her case is still unsolved.
We don't know if this was truly one that someone just really set up this young lady to be killed that day. We just don't know.
Tiffany Floyd was a gifted basketball player and beloved by her teammates. Seemingly destined for scholarships and possibly a professional career, her life instead ended violently on her grandfather's front porch. 1 year and 8 months later, there is no known motive and no suspects.
Did anybody call the department and say, I think I know what happened?
And that's what I want to actually stress again. Somebody knows something.
The department has not received any calls about this.
I can't speak on that because it's an ongoing investigation. But again, I want to reiterate, additional people, we are sure that someone knows something. We're asking for you to step up and call.
And that was David Mattingly reporting. In Lexington, last year was a record-breaking year for homicides. Officials listing 44 homicides in the Lexington Police Department website. So far in 2023, no homicides have been reported in Lexington. Georgetown could have a new police chief after the controversial firing of Mike Bossy. We've been following the controversy for the past few days, but now the city's new mayor has promoted from within. for the new chief, giving the job to former Assistant Police Chief Darren Allgood, pending council approval. On Monday, locals packed the city council meeting to voice their disappointment after newly elected Mayor Bernie Jenkins fired Chief Mike Bossy, saying he wanted to go in a different direction. Allgood is set to officially take the reins of the department on Monday, but still must be approved by the Georgetown City Council at its meeting coming up on Monday, January 23rd. Americans all across the country hoping to be the lucky winner in that mega jackpot tonight, the Mega Millions $1.35 billion prize. You have a better chance at becoming president or winning an Olympic gold medal or getting mauled by a grizzly bear than claiming this prize. But that hasn't stopped all of us from buying tickets before tonight's drawing. If it is claimed, it would be the second largest in Mega Millions history.
How big is it today?
1.3 billion.
Can you even imagine what that would look like, that much money?
No, but I got a big imagination.
Nobody see me again.
With buying it, I'm just hoping that out of one of these 5, there's like the best luck in the world.
Well, it's a 1 in 302 million odds to be the winner. Don't miss out on your chance to see if you are lucky enough to claim the big prize. We will show the winning numbers here in, well, about 10 minutes. Tonight, roads are slick after the wintry conditions earlier in the day, but that's not the case for the rest of the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck has a look at what's ahead coming up after the break.
It's a moment to shine.
Rise and shine with Central Kentucky's favorite morning news. LEX 18 News at Sunrise.
It's a moment to shine.
Weekdays, 4:30 to 7 a.m.
All across Kentucky, an empty chair, a place missing at the table, families suffering because fentanyl and other dangerous drugs have stolen our loved ones away. As a mother, this is personal to me because I've experienced that empty chair at my table. This has to stop. We need leadership. And as your governor, I'll back up our police and stop drugs at our border so there's no spot missing at the family table.
January is Bath Safety Month, and today we're going to learn how West Shore Home is providing homeowners all across America with safe and accessible bathing solutions. Cheers.
So, Joe, when people think about remodeling their shower for safety, sometimes it scares them off because what they picture is those big shower seats and suction grab bars, things that aren't necessarily clean or modern looking. Here at West Shore Home, you can design your shower to be focused on safety and still get that beautiful modern look that everyone wants in their bathroom. So let's take a look at a job where we did exactly that. This homeowner was relying on this removable grab bar to get in and out of her tub. She didn't trust that setup, so she decided it was time to get rid of her old bathtub and replace it with an easy low-step shower. We completed this entire installation in just one day.
Call in now because West Shore Home is offering 18 months of no payments and no interest. And on top of that, they're going to take 20% off your shower or bath project. This offer won't last long, so call West Shore Home now.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, unsystemic diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most. Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
Download the free LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather app today.
A mixture of stuff has been falling out there this evening. It's some snow, it's some sleet, it's some freezing rain. Bottom line is we are seeing slick spots developing. Just saw a tweet come out a couple minutes ago that the bridge on West Main going by the cemetery there in Lexington, there's a wreck on that bridge because it iced over. So again, it's the bridges right now that are the problem. There is a traveler's advisory and that runs all the way from Harrison County through Lexington on to the south. And again, pretty much the entire area, there are going to be slick spots forming. Road temperatures right now are still in the middle upper 30s. In fact, checking some of the interstate temperatures, those are still in the 40s. So with that said, how can we be getting ice on the bridges? We were talking about this a second ago. Even though the temperatures now have dropped below freezing. So that part is critical, but with a bridge, you get airflow both above and below. So it's chilled from the top and the bottom. Road temperatures remain well above freezing. You're driving along, it's just fine. But it can sneak up on you, get on one of these bridges or overpasses, and there's a thin sheet of ice. And again, again, wrecks can happen. So if you're out driving tonight, a lot of extra care because stuff continues to fall. And with temperatures below freezing, it's all going to be sticking now at this point, even though there's not very much of it. We blew right by the Max Track Regional there, but what it's showing you is there's still a plume coming down off of Lake Michigan, and the air temperature 31 right now at the Bluegrass Airport. We also have a wind chill of 21 because there's that blustery northwest wind, and everybody's now below freezing. Not only below freezing, but those air temperatures and wind chills are in the teens and 20s, so it is a cold winter-like night. For a few more hours, we're going to have to deal with those snow showers coming through, but tomorrow then turns into a much better day. We just have to get there. But if you don't have to drive late tonight, certainly don't. If you do, driving along fine for the most part, but as you're approaching bridges and overpasses, a lot of extra care. And keep that in mind for your deck as well, because it's an elevated surface. The wintry mix will end. There are going to be some slick spots around in the mid-20s tomorrow. Clouds early, more sun. We're in the upper 30s. Then it's upper 40s on Sunday. Rain arrives on Monday, but the warmth is continuing through the week. Could see storms again by Thursday. Be safe tonight and have a terrific weekend.
Shop huge savings this weekend at Ashley Home Store's 72-hour sale. Save 30% off your first item plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. That's 30% off your first item, then 20% off the rest of your purchase. Saturday through Monday only at Ashley Home Store.
Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Everyday life brings challenges for everyone, but especially for people trying to overcome a substance use disorder. If you, a family member, or a loved one needs help for addiction, remember, you are not alone. LEX 18 is here to help you connect with the resources you need to rebound and recover. Find out more at lex18.com/you are not alone. Sponsored by Operation Unite, Jinky's Journey, and Lynn's Legacy.
Addiction took everything from me. My life was nothing to be proud of. I was always away from home, doing drugs, constantly sick, or trying to figure out how I was going to get my next fix. But I was made to be more than this. I was made to have freedom. I was made to be home.
Don't miss Ashley Home Store's 72-hour sale. Saturday through Monday only. Save 30% off your first item plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Or get 0% interest financing for 5 years with no down payment at Ashley Home Store.
The Big Blue Nation's official station is LEX 18.
This is what community and Kentucky is about.
LEX 18 News, sharing good news
It's goodness that needs to be seen.
that celebrates our community and inspires us all.
Show the world that it's possible.
That's positively LEX 18.
Come to Oak Factory's year-end clearance sale where we're slashing prices on everything up to 70% off. We're seriously slashing prices up to 70% off this week only at Oak Factory.
No, not the sofa.
To the award-winning LEX 18 High School Sports Zone. I'm Keith Farmer, and Eli Gain has the night off, but we will carry on with a great matchup of 11th region teams here in January that are hoping to make runs in March. So a chance to see where they size up against each other. Madison Central just 8-7, but 6-0 against teams in the 11th. Visiting Great Crossing, who is also undefeated, 5-0 in the region. Who's going to take this one? Jaden West for the Indians gets the scoring started high over the defense, led the Indians with 20 points. Malachi Moreno would come up with the steal for the Warhawks. Takes it in for the two-hand slam. 2 of his 7 points. He added 13 rebounds and 5 blocks. Central extended its early lead. West the rebound. Quick outlet to Jaden Davis for the dunk. He finished with 19 points, but the Warhawks got it going. Vince Dawson, the third, runs the court, hits the tough shot here. Led Great Crossing with 18 and crossed the 1,000-point mark for his career. So congrats to him. And then Junius Burrell comes up with the steal, takes it in for the lay-in. Great Crossing's first lead of the game. He had 15 points, 9 rebounds, and Great Crossing gets a big win over Madison Central, 64-53. To Henry Clay, the 2003 Blue Devils being honored for their run to the state semifinals, coached by Kurt Childs. Brian Station, when the game got going, working it down low. Felix Gonzalez puts it in. Had a team-high 16. Later on, it's Cason Brown going baseline. He finished with 11. Henry Clay down 14-10. And here's QB1 for the defenders. Trenton Cutright from downtown. He had 6. And now the Blue Devils are going to work it into the paint. Peyton Mayhorn gets it to go. Henry Clay wins this one, 60-55. Over to Frederick Douglass. Broncos riding a 9-game winning streak, looking to keep it alive against Scott County. Into the first, Kai Simpson pulls up for 3. Had a game-high 25. Douglass up 15-7 after 1. Second quarter, excellent backdoor to Queese Brown to Eli Moody for the reverse lay-in. Now it's Brown getting the steal. Easy trot to the rim. He had 10. Cards down just 4. Ensuing possession, though, Armello Boone. Effortless drive along the baseline to throw it down. 23 points, 7 boards for him. And watch this sequence from Avion Chenault. Gets the monster block on one end. Down the floor they go. Simpson can't get it to go, but Chenault follows it up with the throwdown. He had 16, and Douglas rolls 71-63 the final. Back to Henry Clay. Really good back and forth between the Lady Blue Devils and defenders. Final minutes of the fourth. Station down 34-32. Akia Wade makes her way to the rim, ties it up. Now, while she's getting back on defense, Henry Clay stretching the floor, and Lydia Van Meter gets the go-ahead bucket with 1:06 to play. After a timeout, watch Monte Ashford. Draws the foul, gets it to fall. She'd make the free throw to put Station up 37-36. Blue Devils would regain the lead at the foul line. Station down 1. Wade puts them back on top, but just like her last bucket, Henry Clay running the floor again, and it's Van Meter hitting the go-ahead 3 with 11 seconds to go. So we got 3 seconds left now. 41-39 Henry Clay. Station on the inbounds pass. Ashford drives. Can't get it to fall. Henry Clay wins a thriller on its home court. 41-39 over in his inner city rival, Bryan Station. Earlier we had Scott County at Douglas. Same 2 teams playing on the girls' side, but they were at Scott County. Second quarter belonged to the Broncos. Reagan Gregonis gives it up, gets it back, buries the three-pointer as Frederick Douglass doubled up Scott County. Then they started playing by threes the old-fashioned way. Jeremiah Christian, the hoop and the harm here. And then off the Cardinals miss, Broncos running again. Nia Rhodes gets the bucket as she's fouled. Frederick Douglass rolls in this one, 84-47 over Scott County. Tate's Creek. They were traveling to face off with the Lady Generals of Lafayette, and the Generals dominating second half. Tess Nelson dribbles alongside her defender, puts it up for 2. Some time later on, Savannah Simpson, met by 2 defenders, passed it to Jackie Tishabangi, and she lays it in for 2 with a missed shot. The ball then tipped, and Isabel Combs overpowers on the inside to get the offensive rebound and the putback. And Olivia Plank also getting involved here. Hits one from outside the arc. The Lady Generals go on to beat the Commodores 64-49. Madison Southern on the road to take on Dunbar, hoping to end a 9-game losing streak. The Bulldogs try to defend their home court, but lets 2 pass right by here for Madison Southern on the score. Also, Madison Southern's, or rather, the Bulldogs, Ariane Daniels gets the ball outside the arc, knocks down the 3. And Southern with a long pass across court. Gets it to Hadley French, who also puts up a 3. And then the Bulldogs try to answer with Justice Biggerstaff. She'll hit a quick 2 here, but it's the Lady Eagles winning this one easily, 61-23. And big congrats to Rockcastle County girls coach Christy Noble, who earned her 600th victory tonight with a 64-46 win at Casey County. Of course, as always, we hope your favorite team won. Coming up, the UK football team picked up a big commitment and signing by one of the top running backs in the country. We'll tell you more about Jamarion Wilcox next in sports.
BBN Tonight, 5 nights a week.
On Big Blue Nation's official UK station, LEX 18.
Watch BBN Tonight, weeknights at 7:30, only on LEX 18. Sponsored locally by CHI St. Joseph Health.
If you're going to call it a great 5-day sale, you had better bring it. And P-Rats did. Through Tuesday, save up to an extra 20% off our sale prices with up to 5-year special financing and up to 60% off on Flex Steel luxury buyouts while they last. Like a power reclining sofa for $29.99. Get the power reclining love seat free. Over $3,800 in savings. Get a free TV, free delivery, and 4 years interest free on all Tempur-Pedic. Queens start at less than $2 a night. Nobody beats P-Rats.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. We are a global force for good. Join the movement. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. We can do more together than we can alone. Join in. Experience the joy of serving. Be part of the movement. Give back. Let's unite the world for good. We are Lions. You can be too. Visit weserve.org.
I'm Naomi Kidd. Tonight, I'll break down the impact inflation is having on people. Thank you.
Are you going to pay back the taxpayers?
We're still here, and they can see us today.
We obtained these recordings. Many of them are going home without their relatives.
Walking you into the learning lab.
It's not just Brits making the journey here.
Inside the museum. Accountability for those accurate officers.
Here's my card.
If you, a family member, or a friend needs help with a substance use disorder, remember, you are not alone. LEX 18 is here to help you connect with the resources you need. Sponsored by Operation Unite, Jinky's Journey, and Lynn's Legacy.
Kentucky has landed its running back of the future. 4-star running back Jamarion Wilcox not only picked the Wildcats, but also signed with UK and will wait until the fall to come to Lexington. It's a big get because Wilcox picked the Cats over Ohio State, Clemson, and Auburn. The 4-star running back is considered the number 9 running back in the class of 2023. Wilcox is from just outside of Atlanta in Douglasville, Georgia, had 2,382 all-purpose yards, most of it rushing this season, and 30 touchdowns. Wilcox also finished his career with over 4,100 yards and 58 touchdowns. UK Athletics Director Mitch Barnhart went on Kentucky Sports Radio earlier today to discuss the UK basketball season, the basketball school debate, and whether he's holding back UK from a basketball facility upgrade. Barnhart gave his full support behind John Calipari and believes things will get turned around on the court. Off it, he says he's not holding back upgrades to the Joe Kraft Center, saying you've seen all of the upgrades he's made on campus, but it's not as simple as just getting it done in the snap of a finger.
Those processes in construction, just for everyone's information, are 18 to 24-month processes. So to be able to go through design, through funding, the approvals through the trustees in the state, as well as get shovel in ground and get it going. And then along the way, there's this thing that we've got to make sure we're in cahoots with, and that's the master plan of the university for spacing, as well as Title IX and gender equity, which means whatever we do for men's programs, we're going to have an equal space and equal opportunity for our women's programs, which is critical.
Well, the Wildcats have a big chance to turn things around on the road tomorrow when they travel to number 5 Tennessee. Jacob Toppin, Cason Wallace being listed as day-to-day, so we don't know if they'll play against a big physical Tennessee team.
They make you earn not only every shot, but every catch. Just catching the ball, they make you earn it. So that's a big part of their game. If you get past the physicality, then it becomes a little bit different. But I like their size from watching them on film. To be a good defensive team, sometimes the size matters, your length, and they have that.
The UK women's basketball team played with top-ranked South Carolina for most of the game last night at Memorial Coliseum before falling 95-66. Maddie Shear led the way with a career-high 25 points, career-high 5 threes, 5 of 7 from long range. UK now 8-9 overall, 0-5 in the league, and they play at Florida on Sunday. And the annual Excite Night took place in Rupp Arena, where the Wildcats knocked off LSU with a score of 197.125. The all-around went to LSU's Haley Bryant and UK's Raina Worley, finishing in a close second. Worley also tied for first in the balance beam and the floor exercise. UK is now 3-1 overall and travels to Georgia next Friday. We'll be right back.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly exclusive look inside UK athletics from your official station for Big Blue Nation.
BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank. Saturday at 9 a.m. on LEX 18.
Wait till you see her new living room. She got everything at Lazy Boy.
What does she do? Buy 6 recliners?
Hey, hi girls. Hey, come on in.
Whoa.
It's the year-end sale at Lazy Boy. Don't miss your chance to save 45% on your favorite styles store-wide. Plus, you'll receive 36 months special financing on your purchase.
And this all came from Lazy Boy?
Yep.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
How do you become America's #1? Start by taking care of families for over 75 years. Earn the trust of 32 NFL teams. Be there for America's toughest. And help when help is needed. America's #1 isn't a status earned overnight. It's earned in every wash and re-earned every day. Tide, America's #1 detergent.
I'm Justin Peterson of the Peterson Law Office. I'm a local attorney who handles cases involving nursing home abuse and neglect. Did you know that under Kentucky law, a nursing home is required to report even suspected instances of abuse or neglect? Also, under Kentucky law, our loved ones have specific rights they are afforded. If the nursing home violates those rights and causes injury, the victim is entitled to compensation for the injury, and the nursing home must pay for attorney fees and costs. Kentucky, call me, 859-469-6390. I'm here to help you and your family.
January is Bath Safety Month, and today we're going to learn how West Shore Home is providing homeowners all across America with safe and accessible bathing solutions. Kirsten.
So, Joe, when people think about remodeling their shower for safety, sometimes it scares them off because what they picture is those big shower seats and suction grab bars, things that aren't necessarily clean or modern looking. Here at West Shore Home, you can design your shower to be focused on safety and still get that beautiful modern look that everyone wants in their bathroom. So let's take a look at a job where we did exactly that. This homeowner was relying on this removable grab bar to get in and out of her tub. She didn't trust that setup, so she decided it was time to get rid of her old bathtub and replace it with an easy low-step shower. We completed this entire installation in just one day.
Call in now because West Shore Home is offering 18 months of no payments and no interest. And on top of that, they're going to take 20% off your shower or bath project. This offer won't last long, so call West Shore Home now.
Hey y'all, it's Soil and Gus from Hicks and Funson. If you've been injured in an accident, you should call Mr. Josh and Old Dad Greg.
Unlike that Florida attorney, they live here in Kentucky.
We hope you never need them, but if you do, Hicks and Funson is here to help. Remember, folks, size doesn't matter. Results matter.
Our Eli Gain is headed to Tennessee for the Wildcats meeting with the number 5 Volunteers. We'll have more on that. And also EKU playing for first place in the A-Sun. They host Stetson at 3 o'clock. If you don't go down, it's on ESPN+. The Jimmy Fallon Show is next. Have a great weekend.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.